Yeah, please.
Okay. Very good morning to all of you who have joined today with us. My dear students and also the intern doctors and my colleagues who have joined today, and also the academic members of IIM. Only few members we invite because we keep the space for the others to join, but I think participants are less, maybe due to various reasons, including power cuts and various reasons. Examinations are going on, so they will log and check this because we are uploading this into YouTube channel. So they will join and learn from this. So it's a very fresh morning because early in the morning, I think it's the best time for a session like this. So thank you very much, Dr. Ramsey and Anand, for taking giving us this opportunity. So I will give a brief introduction why we planned this session, because you all know that we are in a huge crisis and people are showing us the pathway how we can get out of this crisis, but nobody has a clear plan. So some people say that for 10 years, Sri Lanka is not going to come to the normal position. So there are people from other countries who have succeeded, migrated from Sri Lanka, but we all know about other degree holders, right? So most of our graduates and also the pre-interns are not aware of the opportunities that are there after BAMS and BUMS, because everybody want to become someone, but they have no plan. Luckily, we got a chance to get the job early, but most of our students are now not going to get their jobs after graduation for a long period. So how they can plan their life? And there are different opportunities how we can change our attitude towards the future. I think that is the most problematic thing in our sector. I think Dr. Ramsey will agree with me on this, right? Because attitude, we are not ready to change our attitudes. I'm always telling to my students that we need to change. Sometimes they might say that you are MD holder and you are a surgeon, so you are telling us to go to something else. Yeah, I'm telling them to go to something else also if there's an opportunity, because we should be open-minded and go to the world. Then only we see that we are only suffering here, that we can do better than this. So it's up to you, my dear students and doctors, to decide your future. So take the upper hand. I'm always telling, don't let the government or the president or the people who are ruling to get your happiness away from you, right? It's up to you to decide what you will do and what will you be, and you have to plan it. So I think this session will you give a glimpse of light that how things are there for us with a BAMS or BUMS only degree, right? Without having a BSc or any other degree, how we can proceed. So now I would like to invite the first speaker, Dr. H.N. Mohammed Ramsey. So giving a brief about Ramsey, he's a BUMS graduate. My batch, actually, I never think that he is BUMS, because from the first day in our batch, we were friends, because we in the intensive program of English, we were in the same group, A group. So we were very good friends, and we are also from the same town. So it was something really, but we were not knowing when we were there in Kandy, but afterwards we were very good friends. So I feel that he is one of the BAMS graduate. So with the BAMS, he I lost the connection, right?
Yeah, now right. Now I can hear you, Manu.
Yeah, sorry. As he correctly said, he changed his pathway and he make his own career with his vision. So I really like that because when you go out only, you will see the opportunities. So by that, I would like to give a brief about him. Currently he's the business development manager in Edge Medical Dubai, and in his career he started as a product specialist and then a product manager, and later on he became a business development executive, right? So in the pathway he do perform different jobs, and he will explain. I think Dr. Ramsip, it's better that you share your own
sure.
Your career path as well, because it's the most important part in here, and then how he progress and how he can guide you to go forward. So it's an interesting thing that having a very confined set of knowledge in our college, if we can go beyond that. So my request is, you have your own, my dear students and the doctors, graduates, please think widely and try to get the scope that is given by this session and go forward. Okay, Ramsey, over to you. So carry on.
Thank you very much, Dr. Manori. Thanks a lot for the brief introduction and remind me all the histories, how we started at the university. And please disturb me if I am too fast. And yeah, so bear with me. I'm going to share my screen with you. Yes. Dr. Manori, can you see my screen?
Sure. You can go.
Yeah, the career opportunities in United Arab Emirates. Then I am Dr. Ramzi, as Dr. Manori correctly said. So I have finished my BUMS in 2007, 2007 era. And then I have joined for Sri Lanka for Johnson & Johnson Medical as a product specialist. Then again in Sri Lanka for product manager for Richard Wolf, endoscopic company, especially on lasers. And then from there, I joined again the Ministry of Health, or at that time, indigenous ministry as a medical officer. I performed my duties as a medical officer in charge in Kalmura Municipal Council, roughly around 2 years. Then myself and Anand, Dr. Anand, we thought that, okay, it's time us to go away from here and we want to search our career. So we came to Dubai, UAE. So Anand got opportunity in the Ministry of Health. Since I didn't have that much of desire to go on the clinical side or the other path, so I chose my marketing career. So I went on marketing from the scratch in Dubai again. So it took around 4 or 5 years to build my career. So business development executive, then product specialist, product manager, key account supervisor, and now as a business development manager for the MEA, the region, the wider region. It's from Edge Medicals. It's a Manchester headquarter company in UK. Yeah, this is the career, how you have the career guide or career path when you are entering into the marketing segments or the sales and marketing. So this is the brief about how I came on my path. And Mano, please disturb me if I'm quick or I'm going fast more.
Okay, you carry
I'm
on.
going fast.
Nobody's here.
Yeah, and again, it's a warm morning. I welcome everyone and thanks a lot for Dr. Manori giving us the opportunity to share our expertise, the experiences or whatever the path we came. We thought, myself and Anand, we thought initially to share our experiences. Then finally we thought that we will give you around the 3 prospects what we have in UAE, especially in the Gulf, and how you can reach there, and the starting step in the Gulf, and from there beyond how you can go. These are international validation courses, and apart from that, if you are coming from Sri Lanka to UAE, if you are getting a job in UAE, so again, it will get the validation, so international validation. In case if you have any migration plan later on your life to Canada, UK, New Zealand, so wherever you go, so you this experience will a definite advantage for you, and it will make your path easy. So these are the two things I just want to share. So I will go ahead with my presentation. So if anything is there, you can any doubts, clarification, yeah, you can go on chat box. So later we can address the things. Yep, here we go. So it's the main focus is here. So I will give you a brief overview of healthcare sector overview in UAE and what are the government entities. Then the career prospects, how I said earlier that TCAM doctor licensing procedure, medical insurance coding. My colleague Anand will discuss about medical insurance coding, and then CSSD technician licensing procedure that I will discuss with you. Then the final, we will go on question and answer. So the TCAM means the traditional complementary alternative medical doctor licensing procedure in UAE. And we are eligible, BUMS, BMS, BSSMS, whoever complete their courses in Sri Lanka after the internship. If you have a 2 years experience, or if you can get a 2 years experience certificate, you are eligible to apply for the license here in UAE. So you are eligible to practice here as a Ayurvedic or Unani, Hijama, or whatever the practitioner here. And the medical insurance coding, Anand will tell, then CSSD technician, I'm gonna tell you. And Dr. Manori correctly told you earlier, the old mindset or whatever your attitude won't change. So the old keys won't open new doors. So if you want to open new doors, new pathways, so you want to change your skill set. So it's how we can go ahead with the new skill set, or whatever the skill set we have, how we can develop the things. So we will discuss in this presentation. And health sector overview in UAE. UAE has a comprehensive, we have the same like Sri Lanka. We have a government funded
UAE United Emirates රාජ්‍යයේ අපේ opportunities degree complete කරාට පස්සේ.
Yeah, correct.
මේ හොඳේම තියෙනවා මම screenshot ගහන්න. එවන්න.
The UAE has a comprehensive government funded health service. So that means as same as like Sri Lanka, we have a government segment and we have a large private segment. So it's around 30%.
SR Hirimuthu Goda, please mute your phone. Okay. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. So as I told you, it's the government segment. Government has around 30% catering the healthcare segment. Then 70 to 80% is by the private segment. It's rapidly expanding due to the various Gulf other countries having issues. Then we are having a medical tourism industry, a bigger, wider medical tourism industry. So there's ample of opportunities for the healthcare professionals, even doctors, allied health professionals, whoever comes, they will end up in a good position. The private health sector delivers a cutting-edge healthcare solutions for the population. So we have a key 4 segments. One is the healthcare service and the facilities. Here we will come the doctors and hospitals, day surgeries, clinics, dental surgeries, all come under healthcare services and facilities. Then the other one is the medical devices, equipment, hospital supply manufacturer, including pharmaceutical industry. And then the medical insurance industry, then medical services management, where again, another booming segment. Most of Sri Lankans, we are well known here for hospitality industry and the finance industry. So the medical service segment management also, most of the Sri Lankans, non-medical Sri Lankans, they work and they get a lot of opportunities on that. And this is just the overview of federal government. And UAE, we don't have a bigger history. So or the oldest history like Sri Lanka, what we have 2,500 years of history. UAE is barely around 50, 51 years old country. We blessed with good leaders, so the country is prosper and it's home for 200 nationalities. And they come, they live peacefully, and they chase their dreams. Most of them, they achieve their dreams here. So the federal level of healthcare segment, so we have Ministry of Health and Prevention, established in 1971. Then again, 2007, the Insurance Authority. Then the UAE Nursing and Midwifery Council, it's 2009. As you see that this all, only the 2071 is when the country is formed at that time in 2071. The rest of all after 1997, 1971, and then 2000, most of the things after 2000. And then this country consists, this nation is consists of 7 emirates. It's like a federal government, the parts. So every emirates having their own setup like that, how we have the provincial council. So emirate levels, we have the health, these are the important things. One is the Health Authority of Abu Dhabi. This is called HAD. This is the Abu Dhabi is our capital. And Dubai Health Authority. This is DHA. This is another vibrant area. Then one of the easy access area is Dubai Healthcare City Authority. How we have our Port City Authority, Port City in Sri Lanka. We have something called the Healthcare City. We also having some the similar to Port City ones, but I'm more focused on the Healthcare City Authority. Then we have Saja Health Authority, or it's coming under MOH, Ministry of Health. And then where will we fix in? So we as Ayurvedic or IIM graduates, where we will fix in? We will fix into traditional, complementary, alternative medical practitioners or doctors, Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha, homeopathy, whoever is there, they will come. Then medical insurance coordinators, we can work as a medical insurance coordinators, CSSD technician, central sterilization service technicians, medical transcriptionist, medical record department, EEG technician, OT technician. So here I have listed some. So you will think that EEG technician, OT technician, medical records department, transcriptionist, and why we won't work. Yes, as all the other said in Sri Lanka, most of the time the doctors, they want to go for the licensing procedure. And the pharmacists or the allied health officers go, but most of the other segments, they have, but it's not mandatory. UAE, everything is mandatory. So even you come as a CCTV technician, you want to get the license from the same authority. They are having a relevant authority, you want to get the licensing. Or if you are coming from some other segment, still you want to get your licensing. They will give you a number, they will take all your documentation, all your things in. So you will be having a proper licensing procedure. Then the person is pledged to give a proper service for the customer. And whatever the malpractice or whatever the mistakes happen, he is responsible. So you can't just leave it, it's just happen. So the same way here, for us, if you are coming, if you are with well off, you have enough money, you can come and you can spend the time on the registration process. It gonna cost you something. But if you think that no, I'm not that much well enough, so I want to come, but I want to work, and whether I can do it, yes. So you can come, you can develop your medical knowledge, medical technology, your anatomy, physiology, and neurosurgery, whatever you study there, pharmaceuticals, pharmacology, or microbiology. This will give you added value where you come and fix in something else. This is the big scale, mid-scale position in a hospital or the clinic, and then you will go on your licensing procedure. So you will finish your licensing procedure while you are earning things, and then you can join there on your dream. So if you want to be a good practitioner, yes, you can come, you can join somewhere else, you can go the ladder on there, and then you can finish your licensing process, then you can go and you can join there. This is why I included this. This is the idea behind to run this session. And here the traditional outpatient complementary alternative medicines in UAE. As I mentioned earlier, we have a different Emirates things. So one is Dubai Healthcare City, or DHCA, Dubai Healthcare City Authority, and DHA, Ministry of Health, and HAD. HAD is Abu Dhabi Health Authority. And I'm going through the first for this one, for the complementary medicine or the Ayurvedic medical registration as a DHCC, because DHCC is a quite easy thing. And one of my colleague earlier, he asked that without license, without doing exam, can we practice in Dubai? And you can practice in DHCC, Dubai Healthcare City. If you are attaching to a clinic, you can practice without a license. So till you get the license, you can practice with them. This is why I took this one the first, but then the end of the session, I will explain you how the other things, other authorities, how you can register there. And Dr. Manoj, if I'm too quick or if you want anything, you can let me know.
No, it's going well. You can carry on.
Thank you. The complementary alternative medicine service licensed by DHCA, the Dubai Healthcare City Authority. So they will allow the practices, the allowing practices are Ayurveda, Unani, homeopathy, traditional Asian medicine, therapeutic massage, naturopathy, osteopathic medicine, and chiropractic medicine. So since we are Ayurvedic, Unani, or if any Siddha interns or graduates or my colleagues, if you are there, yes, you are eligible to come and practice here in your practices. And the licensing procedure, how it goes: licensed TCAM professionals may administer, order, or prescribe form of following things. You can practice the therapeutic yoga exercises, pranayama exercises, meditation, dietary nutritional counseling, then education regarding the physical, emotional, like counseling. You can, the counseling part you can do. And here, a lot of people, they are having some sort of sedentary lifestyle. So still there's a market for the doctors or the practitioners who come and give counseling, how they can emotionally balance their life, or physical and emotional balance of their life. And then Ayurvedic practitioners and Unani practitioners are allowed to prescribe herbal medicines, singular combination of tinctures, granules, raw herbs. Then I want to again stress the point that musculoskeletal manipulation and massage in Ayurveda. So if you take the population here in UAE, most of the population are expats and who comes here, who come here to chase their dream, make money, take the wealth back to their home, or invest here. Most of them are the working crowd, and then they are the elderly crowd. It's not the younger crowd is here most of the time. Sorry. So the pediatric crowd is less, and geriatric crowd is growing here as same as the globe. So if someone's specialized in pain management, how to alleviate pain on the traditional method, and they have exact chance here in UAE, because you go on NSAIDs or whatever the anti-inflammatory drugs, so you can go for a certain time, then you will get fed up of that one. So you open the path of the Western medicine paths. So there are a lot of clinics they offer, then they will take good opportunities. They're having ample of good opportunities for that. And then again, hijama and cupping treatments. Yes, they have, since it's a basic of a Muslim country, so you have chances of getting into this hijama and cupping treatment if you are coming as a Unani or the Ayurvedic practitioners whose skill sets they are on hijama and cupping. And then the licensure requirements and the guidance how you apply for the license. The professional qualification, the bachelor degree in Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha from a recognized university accredited by the university in UAE. So we are there. We are having a 5-year course, and our we are valid. So we can come and we can apply for that one. And the other thing is, I just mentioned that some other countries, they don't have the proper bachelor Ayurveda or Unani degree, but they have some other general degrees, but they're having a course of Ayurvedic education as a program, especially on New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, and some Australian. So they're a couple of some good natural practitioners here. They are coming from Western educated countries. and they're running clinics here. They're running clinics. They are the owners of the clinics, and they have some Indian and Pakistani doctors who's working under them. And institutions that offers the Ayurveda education program must be accredited by the University Institution of Higher Education. So this is, we are coming IIM and the University of Colombo, or the Kalani, Vikramaraj from Kalani, and Siddha from Jaffna. Then it will be coming under UGC. So it's, we are well recognized, and couple of us, we are working here. So you won't be having any issues of attesting your documentation or applying for the licensing. So we are IIM graduates, we are eligible to apply for the licensing here. And the licensing requirements, again, the clinical experience. So the DHCC, their requirement is a 5-year of full-time Ayurvedic practice experience. But it's not the limited one. So if you have 2 years of practice, yes, you can come. So that's post-intern. You won't have a 2 years of experience. It's not required to be the government. You won't work. You can work somewhere, another clinic, under one of your seniors. So if you can provide a documentation that you have a 2 years full experience, post experience of internship, that's well and enough. Practitioner from the countries of practice, where countries of the practice, sometimes they might have practice here and India or Nepal somewhere. So all 3 countries, they want to bring the practice certificate or experience certificate. Then the certificate of good standing. This is one, myself and Dr. Anand, I think we went the initial time and we couldn't get it. Now you are lucky enough, so we can share you the things. So you want to have a good standing certificate, especially this is the malpractice. So it's want to mention that the applicant didn't have any malpractice of previous 6 months or 7 months. So this we can get it from our Ayurvedic Council. It should be in English. Ask them to give it on English. We can, if anyone's interested, we can share a copy of that, how it want to be there. So you can give it to them and they can put the same on their letterhead, and you can get it from the registrar from the Ayurvedic Council. Then you can attest from the Sri Lankan Bureau. The other thing is the English proficiency required. So now here we want to be a little bit of what we call we want to be a little bit of to take when we are taking our certificate, attesting our degree certificate, attest the English side of the certificate. Then transcription, I think Dr. Manor, it's going on, it's giving on English. So if it is English, then it's fine. Attest the transcript. Then the most important part, take our license, Ayurvedic license on English, and attest that one. So then you can exempt this English proficiency requirement. But you want to have a good English, at least communicable English you want to have. And the Urdu or Hindi, if you know very well, and you will do your job here around 80–90% without any hazard. So though it is an Arab country, most of the things happening on Urdu and Hindi, if you know Hindi very well, so you can manage things. Only the requirement, you want to have this English proficiency. Take all the documents on English and mention that it's English. And as I told you earlier, that DHCA licensing exams, it's not required. So how it works, you come with the 2 years experience, you join a clinic already established in the DHCA, you work for 2 years with them as a transitional license period or transitional period. After the 2 years, you will get the full license and you are eligible to work anywhere in the DHCA, Dubai Healthcare Authority. So this is the simple thing on licensing. And yeah, the other document you required, so you won't have your CV, resume, and personal declaration or your interest, what we call this, your cover letter, then the passport copy of your mark sheets, transcripts I mentioned earlier, and copy of your internship completion certificate, authenticated and certified.
Excuse me, Ramsey, sorry to bother you. There's a chat question regarding 2 year means 2 post experience after internship or plus internship. One question is there by Dr.
Yeah,
Gaya.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It is a post internship. After the internship, you want to have full 2 years.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
So
sorry.
this is I'm telling you as a complementary medical officer. Or you want to practice as an Ayurvedic medical officer or a Unani medical practice officer. So you can come on this requirement. But this is not only the scale. So you think that, okay, I want to have everything fulfilled to come. No, that's not like that. So you come, if you think that, okay, I finished my internship, I have finished 1 year of my, what we call this, service certificate, I can take 1 year. Then you can take another 1 year, the internship period with one of your senior colleagues, someone part-time you have worked with him on one of his center. So this is one. And the second thing is, if you know anyone or if you work in a hotel for Ayurvedic centers inside a 3-star or 5-star hotel, this is another game-changing area. So that's all up to you, how you will think. This I am saying only which is listed on the requirement from the ministry. But there are a lot of ways you can tap the things. Then you will come here in Dubai to getting a job. Yeah, and these are the career job portals. So I have put it to you. Link. Yeah, this is I want to tell you. Make a LinkedIn profile, your profile, and every small step, your career path, your education, your jobs, you update on your LinkedIn. So most of the companies here, so they can't call and check your previous company, you work somewhere and all. They just go through your social network on LinkedIn, and then they will see that where you work, what are the job profiles you did. So it's more or like a CV. You send a CV, but the HR will check your LinkedIn to see whether actually this guy is worked there and what are the job positions he have held there at that time. So then this adult thing, you don't want to cross check. Then once you mention the organization, he will check the organization in the Google, whether that's the organization is a good one, he work in a proper way. So it's better always make your LinkedIn profile now itself. So by 1 year or 2 years, your LinkedIn profile will show that you are a full eligible candidate or the potential candidate for an organization. And the other one is the normal Dubusil, Indeed, Bayat, and some hospital and clinic website. So you can check for the positions like Ayurvedic medical officer or whatever things, and you can see the competitive salary, how much they are paying, and what are their job requirements. So according to that, you can develop your skills. You want to come and work here as a Ayurvedic or Unani medical officer. Okay. Now, I will take another 1 or 2 minutes before I give it to Dr. Anand. Dubai or the UAE is entirely a different part of the world. So you come for the initial couple of years, especially on 2 years. Here you want to get a sponsorship or the visa from the company or the employee. So once you get the visa, so you are eligible to work for 2 years. The first 2 years, the effort you put, and the next 2 years it will pay off. And I never see in any other countries you will get like that, even Europe or Canada, wherever you say. You come some sort of a salary scale. If you put your skills, if you put your efforts in a nice way, the next 2 years, the next year, the third year, your salary will be double. If you are going for another company, yes, it will be double, and they will pay. And they will be recognize you as an asset of your company. And the same time, the same company or same organization retain you, and they will give you around 50%, 30%, 40% of increment. So use this opportunity. So build your things and enhance your skills. So try to come, as Manori correctly said, it will take another 10 to 15 years to countries to come, and there will be a lot of job cuts in government. So it's better you see the other avenues, keep your mind open, so come for new things. So this is what my advice. And yeah, welcome to Dubai. So don't live the same year for 75 times and call it life. life is different, take new challenges, come and see new things, new places. You will be having you will be see that whatever you think, your perception, this is life. No, it's not the life. So you're having a different life, especially for the interns and the young the doctors who have passed out a couple of years before. So my humble request is, take new initiatives, take new things, come. We also guide you how you can reach your full potential to get a proper place here in Dubai, or especially on Dubai, and then we can see how we can go. Yes, Manori, so this is my first part of the session. If any relevant question regarding this, so one or two, I can answer that one now itself. And then we will go for with Dr. Anand. Then again, I will come later of this session.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ramzi, for the inspiring session, because it's inspiring, I say, because for me, it's really inspiring. If I was just after internship, I will really try, because at the moment I'm having several restrictions in jump into anything new. But still I'm having plans. Even I talked to one of our interns a few days back, and I told them, I assured them I will give them a chance to join as an academic, vacating my post, right? So that way we should think differently, not because just I'm fed up of my post. I am telling that there are various opportunities. So you have given us a very insightful thinking, and this is a wonderful presentation that you cover the whole wide overview of the practice in how we can join in at different stages in UAE. It's quite interesting. I think if the students have more interest on this, we can have a second session also in the future. Thank you very much, Dr. Ramzi. And
most welcome.
Few questions were there, but I think
any relevant one or two we can take. Then we will go for the last session.
Dr. Anand actually typed some of the answers for that. So
okay.
We will go ahead during the question and answer session, because there are a few questions from our colleagues as well, and there are a few they have shown their happiness. You can go through the chat, right? They are very happy to see you here. So, okay, thank you very much. And shall we move to the next presentation of the day? So I would like to invite Dr. Raghupati Anandakrishnan to let me give a brief about Dr. Anandakrishnan. He's a very humble person, because I contacted him. He was really willing to contribute to this session. So thank you, Anand, for taking this challenge and come to help us in this situation, because it's in this situation, it's very important to plan how we can go ahead. So Dr. Anand Krishnan is a BUMS graduate, I think from our senior batch. And he has done his BUMS and also diploma in pharmacy. And he has got, especially his difference is he has got qualified in advanced medical coding and billing from India, Bangalore. So I want you to, Dr. Anand, to discuss about that a bit, because some of our pre-interns are waiting without internship because of lack of funds in Sri Lanka. So it's a very sad situation. They can't get the degree, as well as they can't take the internship. So I ask you to describe a little bit about this medical coding and how they can get into it. And also now currently he's the medical coder in Aster Hospital in Dubai. So I'm inviting you to take the session and give a brief self-introduction of yourself, and then carry on. Over to you, Dr. Anand.
Can you hear me, Dr. Manoj?
Yes, very well.
Yeah, one moment, please. Let me share my screen.
try Microsoft Office, no? From that, I think you will be able to open it.
I saved, but it's not allowing.
You can talk from your phone and screen share the.
Yeah, that file format not allowing me to.
Okay, you can make it a PDF. Then.
Anand, if you want, you can share to me, so I can share the screen. Then you can go ahead, or you can share to Dr. Manori as well, so she also can share. Whatever you like. Whatever you like.
Do you have my PPs? I sent you.
Your one, I will check. You send your one also to me?
Yes, because this I bought new machine. This is not supporting to my file format.
Dr. Anand, I think you better stop screen sharing. Then
Yeah,
Dr. Ramsey can, yeah.
Yes. I have. Give me a minute.
To be able to share, Dr. Ramzi?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Anand. Yeah, it's there. One minute, so I'm downloading.
Okay.
Anand, you can give a brief about yourself, then we can start off while the presentation is shared, because it's
Yes. Dr. Ramzi?
Yeah, you can brief yourself. I will come. I already downloaded.
Okay. Hello everyone. Good morning to all. I'm working as a professional medical coder at Aster Hospital, Dubai. This is related to insurance and hospital. So here in UAE, all are under insurance. Medical claims are under insurance. Each and everyone having insurance cards and health insurance. So they go to hospitals with insurance card, and they take the payment from insurance. So here it is necessary to have this kind of medical coding is very important. Hello, Dr. Ramzi.
Yeah, I have shared you. Can you check?
Yeah, I could be able to see. Yeah.
Right. I'll move one by one. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Ramzi.
Yeah.
So here we are using this medical coding. What is medical coding means? It's converting doctors' prescriptions and diagnostics into alphanumeric codes. After a patient getting treatment from doctor, we have to do our medical coding to submit these documents to insurance companies. Then they see this documentation and pay the money to the health service provider. This is how the system is working. So this is called revenue cycle management here in Dubai. So it's all related to insurance, health service provider, and the patient. And third parties, insurance companies, they are also involved into this to pay this money on behalf of this patient. So here our part is taking documentation from doctor's prescription to alphanumeric codes. This is recognized by World Health Organization, and it's well recognized in Gulf countries and other European countries. So this code to become a medical coder, you need to become a registered professional medical coder under American Association of Professional Medical Coders, that is known as AAPC. And there is another medical body, that is AHIMA. So those two bodies are controlling this medical field, like medical council. So we have a separate registration number, and there we have to follow our continuation of education units to complete our targets. So here there are so many medical coding institutes are there you can study. This course is around 4 months course actually. After finishing that, you can sit for the final exam conducted by AAPC of America. So they are the recognized body to give. After passing this exam, they will give one registration number. With that registration number, you can start searching jobs and join with companies. And we need to pay annual registration fees or renewal fees just continually. That will be paid by the companies after they hire you. So here the medical coding is the transformation of healthcare, diagnostic procedures, medical service and equipments into universal alphanumeric codes. So these codes we don't want to memorize. There are books we can follow, and systems are there, all codes, everything in the system. Hello, Dr. Manodi, can you hear me?
Yes, of course. You carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Ramzi, next slide, please. So, for example, see this case, 40 years of old male complaining of loin pain, investigation done, KUB and ultrasound scanning. So simply they diagnose this is a renal stone in the pelvic. The procedure is surgery, cystoscope with ESW and stenting, double J stenting done. This is the procedure. So here what we have to do after seeing this, after reading this doctor's documentation, we need to code like this: diagnosis code N20.0. This is International Classification of Disease, ICD-10. This is classification given by World Health Authority. And the procedure, what we are doing is a cystoscope, through cystoscope, and stenting. For this procedure, we are using this code 523223332. This is known as CPT, current procedure terminology. So another code is there, 50590, that is for ESW procedure, extracorporeal shockwave lithotripsy. Extracorporeal shockwave lithotripsy. For this procedure, we are using this code. So we need to submit this documentation to the insurance company on behalf of the service provider or doctor. So the insurance companies, what they do, they note down this and verify these codes and procedures to pay the money to service provider. That's Ramsey. Next one. So what medical coders do? Medical coders spend their days reviewing medical records, assign these codes, and ensure that healthcare provider they support. They properly reimburse for services. Physicians, hospitals depend on accurate coding to review proper reimbursement, making the role of the coders a valued one. So this is the work as a coder we are doing. So there are two kinds of coders are there, three kinds: dental coders, outpatient coders, inpatient coders. So to become any coding section, we can do that coding part and become a professional coder, either outpatient coder or inpatient coder. Next, please. So here, these coders hired by special clinics and hospitals. Wherever there are opportunities, we can join. So mostly Indians and Philippines are becoming a coders and working here. Other part of the country, people are less here because exams conducted in those countries by American Association of Medical Coders. This is the professional body. Next slide, please. Dr. Ramsey. So most of the medical coders are from India. They are working for American health provider companies, offshore companies. They are working from India. And coming to UAE also, they are working from India to become a medical coders. So here roughly 4,000 to 10,000 dirhams they are paying. Above this level also for inpatient coders, they are paying 15,000 nowadays, 15,000 AED, so that you can calculate how much money you can earn and what is the use of it. So these are the places where medical coders hired: hospital, physician office, surgical centers, labs, and physical therapy centers, sports medicine centers. So from these centers, yeah, next, to become a medical coder, so this is the procedure you have to follow. We need to take a proper training course and pass the medical coding exam, become a member of AAPC, and start working as a medical coder and verify your experience. So maintain certification through continuous education units. This is also very important that you will be able to continue. So who can apply for these courses? Any healthcare background degree holders, diploma or equivalent examination in life science and medical science disciplines. So these are the recognized bodies, and website address are there. You can go through this address and come to know more details about medical coding. So this is a program overview of medical coding. There are two governing bodies in America. From those governing bodies only we need to get this license. So if you know this anatomy, physiology, and medical terminology well, you will be able to do this course and become a professional medical coder. So these slides, Dr. Ramsey, we can skip and hand over to Dr. Manori. So this is the procedure of what they are doing in the courses. There are details about this course, what are the modules and training types.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Anand. I will share the presentations. If you share with me both the presentations with our
Sure,
students.
I will stop sharing this, and I just want to add a little bit thing, if Anand, you are permitting me.
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the medical coding, as Anandan correctly said, so it's again allied path, so it's easy for our graduates to come. And as I told you earlier, if you know anatomy, physiology, something, because that's your strength, you already learned in your medical degree. So instead of you are using the full of our medical degree, we can use a part of things. So we can use the anatomy, physiology, whatever the medical knowledge we gain, we transform that into the medical coding. That one is, I can't say it's very easy, but it's very appropriate for our graduates. They can go for around 6-7 month course, probably around 2 to 3 months. They can go for the course, they can follow the things, then they can sit for the exam. Once they get through the exam, they will get the international validation. It's an international license. So they can join here in UAE to work for a couple of years for the hospitals. It's an international validation, as I told, it's from America, correctly Anandan told that US licensing. They are eligible to work in US, they can eligible to work in Canada. It's Canada course is a little bit different. They have a different CPC code for Canada, but more or less same. So with this licensing and experience, they can easily get jobs in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. New Zealand, Australia, they have a different coding. It's more or less similar, little different. That's it. Okay, this is one thing I want to say. Anand, I'm correct, right?
Yes, go ahead, Ramsey.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, Dr. Manori, we can't develop the things. So why our sector or the native medicine, whatever you say, Unani, Ayurveda, why it's not getting the wider popular? We are keep on saying that ourselves, it is popular, herbal is coming, herbal is always coming, everyone chasing for the herbal, but it's not exactly happening. Western medicine is going in a rapid fast. Why this is happening? Because it's on insurance. If you pay from your pocket for your health care, people very less. But if you are paying from insurance, yes, everyone will go. Even you have insurance, you will just go and do a medical checkup free, because you know that you are not going to pay anything. You pay only the what we call this, the co-payment, around 10%, 20% you are going to pay. So our people, our graduates want to get into this segment. අපේ කට්ටිය මේක ඇතුළට යන්න ඕනේ. ගියොත් තමයි අපේ කට්ටියට ඕක ඇඩ් කරන්න පුළුවන්. අපේ ආයුර්වේද procedures, they can add into this medical coding. Then only it will come insurance approved thing. Otherwise it never come. අපි හැම වෙලේම ඉන්න එකම තැනක කරකි ඉන්න. It's not gonna work. So at least a year, if we can send around 5 or 10 graduates of us for this medical coding segment, a 10 year, so we will be having 100 of our graduates. Our graduates, at least 1 or 2 will think that, okay, we want to put something for our industry. They will include our what we call this Ayurveda or Unani herbal things into this coding segment. Once we get the CPT codes, it's very easy to get the insurance approval. Then it's a wider range for that. So we see beyond the horizon. I think Anand, I correctly mentioned, right?
You have explained very well, Dr. Ramsey.
Yes. So this is the idea behind for the medical coding. Medical coding is, I'm not saying that's quite easy, but yes, we can go. Good question. The other thing, I miss that one. How we go as a preliminary medical officer or a demonstrator or the junior lecturer. the same position as a medical coder. The starting is the medical coder or TPT coder or the third party insurance coder. And then he will go as a, Anand will tell that on the career path, how he'll go. Please, Anand.
So if you start a career as a medical coder, then you can step into next level, supervisor and manager level and RCM manager. And then your salary will go up to 25,000 and 30,000. So that depends on your experience and talent. So